Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. This is your coach Tehrim Tariq here from the platform of university.org and wejob.org, and I cordially welcome all of you in this new live session of online tutoring and teaching class. In today's video, we will discuss in detail about how to set up your virtual classrooms, what are the softwares that you require for that purpose, and also we will discuss how to manage your students while setting up your virtual classrooms. Okay, so let me share my screen first, then we will discuss about it in detail. So let me clear one thing. In today's video, we will not discuss it practically, we will discuss it theoretically. And then in the next session, we will discuss it in detail practically, that how you are going to set up your virtual classrooms on different platforms. Like there are so many softwares available for setting up your virtual classrooms. For example, you can set up it on Google Meet. You can also set it up on StreamYard. You can use Zoom as well, the most common platform for setting up the virtual classrooms. Then you can also use Google Microsoft Teams. And also there are so many softwares that are available for taking up for taking up the live sessions, for setting up your virtual classrooms. But you have to decide in accordance with your feasibility. You have to decide in accordance with your comfort zone, that to which software you are the most comfortable, and then you are going to set up your virtual classrooms. So virtual classrooms are basically required in every field of online tutoring and teaching. So if, for example, if we talk about uh, the different categories of online tutoring and teaching, for example, it doesn't matter that either you are going to create your own educational channel on YouTube, and also if you are just providing live sessions on Facebook. You are just going live with your students. For example, if you are providing them tutorship related to any of the subjects, so it matters a lot to set up virtual classrooms on the right platform, so that you may have the right tools, you may have the right gadgets that are required in accordance with your demand, with the demand of your clients as well. So you have to decide it in accordance with that. Okay, so be very sharp when you are deciding the virtual classroom setup, because whenever you get comfortable with a certain platform, you just not have to confine yourself to that particular platform, that if it is not available, if there is something wrong with that particular software or that particular platform, that it doesn't matter that if there is something wrong with that platform, then you are not going to take your virtual classroom. There are so many alternative solutions available for that, but you have to decide in accordance with your feasibility, in accordance with the demand of the tools that are available on every platform of virtual classroom. Zoom is the most common platform because it provides the detailed tools for setting up virtual classroom. It provides you the whiteboard, it provides you the meeting setup, it provides you some annotations, it provides you the reaction tab as well. So it provides you a lot of tools that are mostly required while doing virtual tutoring or providing virtual services as a tutor. So Zoom, that is why Zoom is the most common. But if you are doing live session, StreamYard is the most common because it provides you the better ability to go live on various platforms. For example, on Facebook, on YouTube, etc. These all services are available even in the free version of StreamYard. But going live services are not available on Zoom. That is only available if you purchase the premium version of Zoom. So you have to decide accordingly that what are your demands, what are the tool demands, and what are the tools that you require in order to set up your virtual classrooms. Either you require a whiteboard, a blackboard, for example, if you require other tools like annotations. There are so many annotations available on Zoom, but on StreamYard you doesn't get annotations. So if we will have a kind of a differentiative session in between the two as well, inshallah, in further upcoming sessions. But I'm just going in detail of it a bit, because you have to decide in accordance with your demand, in accordance with your client's demand as well, that how they want you to provide them the tutorship. for example. So you have to be very versatile in your abilities in that regard. Okay. So whenever you are setting up your virtual classrooms and you are trying to manage your students, you have to keep in mind these basic steps. First of all, choose an appropriate virtual classroom platform, and that is how you can decide a better solution for yourself as well, because you are not going to confine yourself. I do always say to my students of online tutoring that please do not confine yourself to a certain platform. There are so many alternatives available nowadays because we are living in 2024, and there are so many alternative solutions and softwares available that can replace one another in a minute or so. So please do not confine yourself to a certain software. Try to use other softwares as well, try to use other tools as well, try to make your lessons, try to make your videos as much as possible, interactive as much as possible. So it depends on you being a virtual tutor, because I do always say in my previous sessions, if you have gone through all the theoretical sessions as well, including all the theories of online tutoring and teaching, it I do always say in my every lecture that it depends. Virtual tutoring is a kind of um, is a kind of non-interactive type of learning. In between the two, you are not interacting physically with your students, so you have to make your lectures very interactive so that they may take interest in your lectures and they may get excited for your next class as well. So I do always say it completely depends on you that how you are going to make your lectures interactive, and I will also try my level best to make these lectures interactive so that you may look forward for your next class of online tutoring. So first of all, you just have to choose an appropriate virtual classroom platform. There are several virtual classroom platforms available like Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, StreamYard, etc. So these all are the virtual classroom platforms, and there are so many other alternatives that are available for these four as well. But these are the most common one, that is why I am mentioning them, and these are the most suitable and easiest one that you, if one software fails to use, then you can go ahead and use another one. They can replace each other very well. Okay. So choose a platform that suits your requirement and ensure easy communication and collaboration for you and for your student as well, because if you are comfortable with StreamYard and your student doesn't know, and you just have a student of like 3 to 4 years, how you are going to make him understand that you have to utilize StreamYard in this way. So you have to decide in accordance with your client's demand, in accordance with the demand of situation, in accordance with your feasibility. You have to decide that what software suits you well, which platform of virtual tutoring suits you well. Okay. Then comes create a schedule. This is really very important, and I do always miss that particular thing in all the teachers, that they are not scheduling their class. Why they are not scheduling their class? For example, if we are taking classes on StreamYard, I know that scheduling a particular meeting, that particular tool is not available on StreamYard. You cannot schedule a certain meeting on StreamYard, no doubt. But if you are not going live, you are just interacting with your student, you are just taking lecture, a normal lecture with your student, and you are interacting it on Zoom. Why you are not scheduling your class, and why you have to create your a separate link on daily basis? Why don't you try to schedule a class, just provide that a single link to your student that you have to join with the same link on the same day and at the same time? That is even more important. So establish a regular schedule for virtual classroom, like just like a regular classroom, and this creates a structured learning environment and helps students manage their time effectively. So then they might know that this is the fixed time, this is the fixed link, and I have to just click on that particular link, and I will join my class on daily basis with the same link. So this is that is why it is really very important for all the teachers to schedule their class before starting up their normal regular class sessions. Then comes shared login instructions and guidelines. I do always suggest to all my students of online tutoring and teaching that please, after scheduling your classrooms, after scheduling your lectures, do also provide a complete guideline to your students. When just for the sake of practice, you can also a day before your normal live lecture, you can just have a practice session with your students, in which you can provide them with all the guidelines, that this is how you just have to click on the link, and they can also join you on Zoom with their browsers as well. So you can have a practice session with your students, and just do provide them with instructions and guidelines, distribute clear instructions on how students can log into the virtual classroom platform, and provide guidelines for behavior, for the conduct during online sessions as well. That if you are not guiding them, how you are going to teach them. This ensures that everyone is aware of expectations and maintains a respectful online environment. This is really very important when you are dealing with like 24 or 50 plus students, that I do always have to do when I am taking my live sessions, because I have to deal with a lot of students on daily basis in the live session. So you have to provide them a proper and to the point and straightforward guidelines, that these are the guidelines. You have to make sure the discipline in the virtual classrooms as well. Do provide them with the with guidelines, that this is how you are supposed to join the class, this is the time, this is the link, you just have to click on this link, this is the software I'm going to utilize for virtual classrooms. Then comes share learning sources with the students. Before starting your lecture, tell your students that this is the lecture I'm going to teach on next day. A day before, you have to provide all the instructional material that is related to a particular lesson that you are going to provide them on next day, so that they may be aware of the fact that okay, this is what we are getting to be done in the next lecture. So share your learning sources with the student. Provide students with relevant learning sources such as online textbooks, articles, videos, etc. This helps them to prepare for the online sessions and aids in self-paced learning. So for example, if we talk about viversity.org, you are getting the whole material, for whole instructional material over here on your dashboards, on your LMS. Then on the day we are discussing the lecture, so that you may have an idea that what we are discussing right now in the lecture. Then comes conduct virtual sessions. Host live virtual sessions where you deliver lectures, presentations, and engage. Just a minute, am I not audible, students? Am I not audible?
No, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, I am receiving text from some students that I am not audible. Thank you so much, Faris. Uh, just please, can any one of you text in the group that I am audible and there is some connection error at her end. Please, someone of you text in the group as well. Okay, sorry for interruption. So let's move towards the step number 6, that is conduct virtual sessions. Sorry. We were on step number 5, share learning sources. Provide students with relevant learning sources a day before your normal live session or normal live lecture, such as online textbooks, articles, videos, etc. This helps them prepare for online sessions and aids in self-paced learning. Then comes step number 6, that is conduct virtual sessions. Sorry. Host live virtual sessions where you deliver lectures, presentations, and engage in interactive discussion. So, what is exactly the meaning of live session? Live session is not basically a lecture you are going to provide to your students. Live session is basically a session of interaction between the students and the teacher, so that they may know that teacher must have an idea about the progress of the students. If they want to ask some questions from the previous lectures as well, from the upcoming lectures as well, they can ask you in the live sessions as well. So okay, thank you so much for informing them in the group. You can also use other tools like screen sharing, whiteboard, and breakout rooms to enhance the student engagement. So this is how you can enhance the interaction of your live sessions. You can also share some kind of videos in between your lectures that are informative for the students, that make them take interest in your lectures as well. So, and also one thing more, whenever you are starting your live session, start with a story. It doesn't matter that to whom you are teaching. It doesn't matter. You must have a strong background knowledge about religious about sorry the religions that you are going to deal in future, inshallah, as a virtual tutor as well. It doesn't matter that to which student you are teaching. Okay, the matter of fact is you have to keep in mind their religious background as well. Okay, so your stories must be generalized stories, not a particular, not related to a particular religion, not related to a particular background or a particular race. So you have to keep in mind as well as a virtual tutor. Then comes encourage active participation. Encourage students to take actively participate in the discussions, ask questions from them, take quizzes, because as we are going to discuss Zoom in detail, inshallah, in the next lecture, and I will show you up that there are now a poll tool as well that is available for taking up online quizzes in between the lectures in order to make the lectures more interactive. So this is it, it completely depends on you that how much interactive you can make a lecture. This creates an interactive virtual classroom experience and helps in better knowledge retention as well. Then comes use multimedia tools. Incorporate multimedia tools like videos, images, interactive quizzes, polls, and also you can share some kind of videos, animations to that are informative for the students, just to make sure that they interact with you in your live sessions. This helps in maintaining student interest and ensures effective learning. Assess student progress. Regularly assess student progress using quizzes, assignments, and exams. Provide timely feedback to the students to help them understand their strength and areas of improvement. If you are not interacting with them on daily basis, I'm damn sure that they are not going to take interest in your lectures as well. So you have to make sure that you are a good tutor, virtual tutor. Then you can expect from your student that they will behave as well in your lectures, in your lectures of virtual classrooms as well. Establish classroom rules and consequences. Clearly communicate classroom rules and consequences for any inappropriate behavior. This ensures that students understand the expected behavior and are accountable for their actions as well. Foster a positive learning environment. Create a positive and inclusive class environment where students feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and ideas. Encourage collaboration and respect among students. Okay, so provide them support and assistance. For example, I do always say in my previous lectures as well, everyone is not the same. You are not going to have only the bright students in your classroom. So you have to make sure, as a virtual tutor, everyone is equal for you, and you have to also help other students as well. You have to provide assistance and support to those students as well who are not capable of learning at the same pace that others are doing. So you have to provide them with the same support and same assistance. Be available to provide support and assistance to students whenever they need it. They can be through virtual office hours, emails, or the discussion forums. Okay, then comes monitor student engagement. Keep track of attendance, participation, and completion of assignments. Identify students who may require additional support and provide necessary interventions as well. Encourage peer interaction. Facilitate peer-to-peer interaction. It's a very common behavior that we do learn a lot from observations. Students are going to learn a lot from observations rather than cramming a kind of content. Okay, so please promote peer to peer interaction, and whenever you are working as a virtual tutor, also do create some kind of activities in which students have to communicate not only with yourself, but also with other colleagues and friendships and sorry and friends that are available in that particular class. So promote a kind of a peer interaction. Facilitate peer-to-peer interaction through group projects, online discussions, and collaborative activities. This helps in building a sense of community and enhances teamwork skills as well. Celebrate achievements. Acknowledge and celebrate student achievements to motivate and encourage them. This can be done through virtual certificates, awards, or publicly recognizing their accomplishments. So this is how you can create an excellent learning environment in your virtual classroom. This is how you can utilize your virtual classroom setup. You can utilize different softwares as your virtual classroom setups, but it completely depends on you, that how you are going to make your lectures interactive. Okay, so there are so many ways available in order to make your lectures interactive on daily basis. You can add one of them to your lectures. Either use any software, any tool, anything that can make your lecture interactive. Try to approach that particular thing. Okay, so that is all for today. If you have any question, you are more than welcome to ask. Otherwise, we are going to end up this session over here. Okay, team, now you can ask your questions. If you have any question, you are more than welcome to ask. Otherwise, we will end up this session. Okay, so I hope you all are done with your submissions of last week, and start your submissions for this week as well. See you in the next session. Till then, stay safe, stay great. Good luck.